I'll take you through question 5 of Principle of Accounts, paper 2, 2024, more specifically, May, June. Alright, so the final question is based just on double entry. A very strange question, but here we go. So basically, we were given, I think, 15 transactions. Not this piece at the bottom here. I drew this up so I could easily get my debit and credit written down. So I can create my ledgers. Anyway, so we're required to create ledgers for each of the transaction. Well, obviously, if you have a bank, you cannot repeat a bank. So all the transactions that are relevant to bank will go in the bank account. Anyway, so that's about it, but we're not required to balance the transactions. So let's go. Bobby, a sole proprietor, presented the following list of transactions for the month of May 2023. And those are the transactions required, working in chronological order, in order of date, and using the forms provided on page 20 to 23. Record the double entries for the transaction given above in the relevant ledger accounts. Be sure to name the ledger accounts appropriately. After an account has been opened, use the same account throughout for recording subsequent transactions. So in order to prevent that chaos, what I would do is basically put my debit and credit next to each transaction and then see the number of ledgers and create them accordingly. If you have something that works better, well, use that. So let me see a color, a good color. This is pink. Yeah. Owner made bank deposit from his personal resources. So basically, he's investing money in the business. So it's debit bank and we credit capital, and that's $75,000. On the 6th, withdrew cash from bank for business use. Alright, so this transaction basically it's somewhat tricky. Please know that it's for business use, not personal use. Had it been personal use, then it would have been drawings. Right? So it's business use. And basically what we're doing is putting in cash into the business's account. So you're gonna debit cash and credit bank. So this is a contra entry. Next one, proceeds of sales for the week were banked. So sales is always credited. You debit bank once again. Well, here again, credit sales, and this is $55,000. Next transaction, on the 9th, use check to purchase a used delivery van with extra spare parts. Use a delivery van and spares account. Okay, so how is that information gonna fit here? Anyway, the two transactions are delivery van and bank. We use bank, so bank will be credited. So debit delivery van and spare parts. I am just gonna write that down there, but when I have the account, I hope I remember to put the full thing. And credit bank, and this is $24,800. On the 12th, bought inventory on credit from Rob Smith. The terms were 5 out of 10, net 30. So this 5 over 10 basically means that you have a 5% discount. A 5% discount if you paid in 10 days. If not, the full amount is due in 30 days. Right, so 10 days from this will be the 24th, inclusive of the 12th. Anyhow, but for now, no payment was done. So bought inventory from Rob Smith. So Rob Smith will be a payable. So credit Rob Smith. What's going on? Credit Rob Smith and debit purchase. And that is $17,000. Let me intermix the colors. 13th sold inventory and credit terms of 2% discount if paid in 10 days, net 30 days, as in the full amount is due in 30 days, to S. Peter. So, which means Peter has by the 22nd to pay in order to get a 2% discount. Right, so that's a sales, a credit sales, debit S. Peters, S. Peters. On the 15th, cash sales, so debit cash, credit sales, and that's 3,600. And the previous one was $9,000. On the 18th, paid for petrol and servicing of delivery van, so petrol and servicing, crediting what? Cash of $800. Next one, 24th, settle account with Rob Smith in full by check. So are we getting this discount? Yes, so we pay it by the 24th, which means that we are entitled to the 2%, the 5% discount. So we're gonna get 17,000. Find 5% of 17,000. And that's gonna be 850. Therefore, you're gonna pay 16,150. Alright, so we are gonna debit Rob Smith. Default 17,000. Right, I have to write this small. We're gonna credit bank, and it's not gonna be 17,000, it's gonna be 16,150. And then you also credit discount received, which is 850. I hope we're clear there. Paid cash for miscellaneous business expenses. So expenses, debit this, and we're gonna credit cash, and the amount is 1,900. On the 26th, Bobby paid his home insurances in cash. So using it's not business insurance, it's home insurance, therefore this is the drawings, right? So debit drawings, you can't just take out money from the business and say it's for business purposes, right? So debit drawings and credit cash of 2,500. 27th, settle the business's electricity bill by check. So bank is reducing, and we are gonna debit our expense. So debit electricity and credit bank. Next one, as Peter settled his account in full by check, so he had to pay by the 22nd. And he did not, so he has to pay the full amount, right? So the full amount he owed was 9,000. So debit. How did he pay? He paid in cash. He paid in bank. Check. Debit, bank, credit, SP Tours. 9,000. On the 29th, owner made a bank withdrawal for personal use, so debit drawings and credit bank $5,000. So for the total force, received a total of $12,000 cash from the sale of some old van spare parts and realized a profit of $200 in this sales. So 3 accounts are involved here. We have cash, we have the old van spare parts, and we also have gain on sale of asset. Alright, so we're gonna debit cash, and this is gonna be 1,200, and we're gonna credit old van and spare parts. We created an account like that earlier. And the next one is gain on sale of asset. So let's start off with bank. Alright, so we have bank. Next is capital, followed by cash, and then sales. Cash and sales, delivery van, and spare parts account. Purchases, Rob Smith, SP Tours. Purchases, Rob Smith, SP Tours. We have car sales, petrol and servicing. We do not have that. Rob Smith. We have miscellaneous expenses. So petrol and servicing. Followed by miscellaneous. Miscellaneous expenses. We have drawings. Did we have electricity? I don't think that. So we have drawings, we have electricity, and gain on the sale of asset. We have drawings already, I think. No. Drawings, electricity. I think that's about it. In case anything, we would have to come back and make adjustment as necessary. So let's go on the back on the forest. Wait for no. This space is so small. Anyway, on the 4th of May 2023, put our dollar sign 2023 May 4th. Okay. And you can see here capital came into the business. So capital, the detail will be capital. And the amount is $75,000. Capital is going to be credited, so and it is bank $75,000. The next one, on the 6th, we debit cash and credit bank. So bank is right at the top here. And this is on the 6th. Cash, 4,000. And you go to the cash, you debit cash. Come back here again. We have debit bank credit sales on the 8th. Bank $55,000. And sales, when was this, the 9th? 8th, May the 8th. Let's continue with the 9th, delivery van and spear accounts. So we have that here, 24,800. We have to credit cash on the 9th. Delivery van and spears, 24,800. 24,800. This is cash. May the 9th, 2023. Next, debit purchases, credit Rob Smith. How much? 17,000. Purchases 17,000. Rob Smith 17,000. This is for purchases. Okay, can recall the date. Rob Smith. Rob Smith. Alright, so that is 12th. 13th, S. Peter with sales 9,000. S. Peters 9,000. S. Peters 9,000. This is on the 13th. For sales. This was the 12th and this was the 12th. On the 15th, cash, debit cash, credit sales. How much? 3,600. And this is for sales. This is kind of weird because you're paying 24,800 from cash, but you only had 4,000. Anyway, probably we had a bottom bounce and it was not given to us. Anyway, this was the 15th of May. So let's come there. 15th cash, 3,600. Next, petrol and servicing and cash, credit cash, 800. And we're not done here with cash. Credit cash 800, and this is for petrol and servicing. $800. Cash May the 19th. May the 18th. Rather. Next over we have debit Rob Smith 17,000. Credit bank 16,500. Alright, so let me just put bank here one time. Bank, it's gonna be Rob Smith. And it's for 16,150. And we have hit discount received account. So let's go to our Smith, well, Rob Smith rather. And 17,000. Or instead of doing this, let's just put cash here. Bank here rather. 16,150. What's this again? The 24th. And let's go to discount received. And we do not have a discount received column. Alright, so we have to fill in a discount received, and we also discount received. I think it's 850. It's for Rob Smith. On the 24th. Right, so right here for Rob Smith, you wanna get discount receive, and this is 850. Alright, so let's go on the 25th. Miscellaneous expense, credit cash 19,000. Is it 19,000? It's 1,900. Okay, the figure kind of looked too big. Anyhow, 1,900. Miscellaneous expense, credit cash. This is on the 25th. Miscellaneous expense 1,900. And we have 1,900 here. Cash May the 25th. Let's continue with 26. So we had rain, and I have to take a pause. And when I restarted, I did not record. So you might see some dates still remaining. Anyway, on the 26th, we have debit drawing and credit cash. A sum of 2,500. So we go to cash, credit cash. This is on the 26th. 2500, and we go to drawings now. 26, cash, 2500. On the 27th, let's see what happened. Debit electricity, credit bank. Bank is right at the top here. Yep, did I use electricity already? 500. Next, on the 28th, debit bank, credit SP Tours. Debit bank, 28, SP Tours. So remember, he received no discount because he paid late, right? So you will not get a discount allowed here. So let's go SP Tours 9,000. This is on the 28th. On the 29th, debit drawings, credit bank. Bank is right here. Drawings. Initially, I had 500 here. It has to be 5,000. So just a reminder, ensure you have the right zeros. This went to bank. Came from bank rather. 29, 34th, debit cash, credit Orban, and gains. So we come to cash, but the thing is we have to get two sets of accounts here. So we have the delivery van and spares. And the next part we're gonna get gain on sale of asset. 1,200 gives you 1,200. All right, so a point that's somewhat kind of puzzling is if we are considering the old van spare parts as a different account from this here. I did not consider it as something differently. I hope CXC did not. So yeah, let's continue. So we go to the van, delivery van. Here we remove $1,000 because we sold some stuff. We get some cash, and this is the 34th of May 2023. And then we come to gains, which is profit. Profit is always credited. We collect some cash. May the 34th, 2023. I think that's about it. Yeah. If the only thing that is possibly wrong is me putting a zero in the wrong place or skipping out the transaction. I hope I did not. So a question like this, it's best to take your time, work efficiently, that is, and get everything right in the first try, because if you make a mistake, it might be very difficult for you to pick that up with the time that you have to work the number of questions. With that being said, all the best.